Hello and welcome to this week's Head Teacher Briefing. It's Friday, the 19th of February. And you will have seen on Tuesday this week that the First Minister had confirmed that secondary schools will remain closed until she gives us further lifting of the restrictions. However, there are some exceptions to that. In fact, Banff Academy has been open since Christmas time to help support vulnerable children and the children of key workers. And we've had up to 70 children coming to school each week in our support hub, and thank you to all our colleagues who have been managing that since then. However, there are still some further exceptions to coming into school, which will start next Monday, the 22nd of February, and those are very small numbers of children of practical subjects for which they cannot continue to do either their coursework or assignment from home. Now, we've put together an infographic of which pupils should be coming into school, and we'll be posting that up on here and on other social media platforms, and also writing to all parents over the weekend to let you know which pupils should be coming into school. But they are very small numbers of pupils from either lifestyle, design and technology, and expressive arts, and only predominantly higher courses. But you'll see them on the infographic when we put that up. We're only expecting very small numbers of pupils coming into school. In fact, on Tuesday, which would be the highest number, we're only looking at around about 40 additional pupils. So we're keeping within the 5 to 8% guidelines that were stipulated by the government. The rules for when pupils come back into school are significantly different from when we were in school before Christmas. And the most important points being that all students, when they come into school, must maintain a 2 metre social distance, and they must also wear face masks at all times. So that's including on the bus and when they come into school. The only time that they shouldn't be wearing face masks is when they are eating. It's also expected that pupils will come into the subject department that they're in and stay there for the entire day and won't be moving around the school. In fact, I would encourage them to bring a packed lunch to have in that department, uh, or if not, they can order through the app a school lunch which will be delivered to them in the department. Now, these are very difficult and challenging arrangements to have, and we'll review them at the end of next week to see how we can make them better, or if indeed we can have further increased number of pupils coming into school. But we'll certainly not be looking at anything like a full return to school until most likely after Christmas. The government will possibly announce an increase in some pupils coming back before the Easter holidays, but at the moment it's only a very small number of pupils who will be indicated by letter and also in the information that we give out. To help mitigate the transmission of COVID around the school has received a large number of home testing kits. These are the lateral flow testing kits, and all senior pupils and teachers who are coming into school next week are strongly encouraged to use these tests. In order to do that, pupils need to sign a consent form, and they can pick the home testing kit up from the school office. And in addition to that, staff can do that by email. But you are encouraged to use the home testing kits. And of course, if you are tested positive, then you do need to remain at home. Uh, Finally, what I'd like to say is that we are coming towards the end of the pandemic. I'm sure of it. I'm pretty sure that during the summer term, at some point, we will have everybody back together again, albeit with probably some mitigations. It's been a really difficult, long, demanding, tiring time, but the whole Banff community has done extremely well in terms of coping with these challenges. So I just want to say thank you to particularly parents and pupils for bearing with us in difficult times and following various different guidelines as and when they've happened. Now, on to next week's Head Teachers Challenge. This one is one where I would like you to be a little bit imaginative. At the moment, we don't have many reward schemes within the school. In fact, we very little. We do have many, many successes in the school. We have Hot Chocolate Friday, which is based on nominations for pupils. But perhaps having a hot chocolate with the head teachers maybe not the most exciting thing and best reward that pupils could get. So I'm looking for some ideas around about when we get back to school and when we get back to some sort of normality. What kind of reward system could we have? Now, obviously, it's got to be within reason, it's got to be affordable, it's got to be manageable, something that we can manage that doesn't increase teachers' workload too much, and something that would be quite simple to operate. So, how could a reward system work? What would it look like? What would the rewards be? How often would it work? This has been something that some of my colleagues have been thinking about for some time, and I'd really like to pick your brains and to think of how we could possibly do that. So think about a reward system that we could use in the school for when we get back to normal. And next week I'll reveal which are the best ones. Just to finish up, I want just to remind parents that we're starting on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Next week, we have the first of a series of parents' information evenings and webinars. And next week's one is led by Ruth Muir, our educational psychologist, and it's on anxiety and motivation support. And you're all more than welcome to come along to that. We've sent out a letter to parents to explain how to join that and what it's going to look like. So very much look forward to seeing you all there. But in the meantime, please do check that information graphic and the letter to see which pupils should be coming back into school and on which day next week. And next Friday, I'll update you on what we'll be doing for the following weeks. And in the meantime, the weekly online learning schedule is available on the website. So that's it from me this week. Take care, look after yourselves and each other. Thank you. Bye bye.